here with Tim. A few guys might know him as Tim the Lawnmower Man. But Tim, could you just tell us a bit of what you do, man? What you do outside of with your content and just
I cut grass.
who you are? You cut grass?
Man.
Same, mate.
Basically the same thing as you, just nowhere near as pretty. You cut it a bit more regularly than myself, but yeah, no, I cut overgrown lawns generally. I'm one of those people that go and knock on random doors and look for the wild cleanups and get to test out cool equipment doing it. So
nice.
Yeah.
So what started the mowing overgrown lawns? Like, how'd you get into it?
I'm a forey full time, and I started mowing lawns as a second job.
Yep.
And I thought it'd be the video would be a better way to show potential clients like hedge transformations and that. So I did just throw a couple of them on YouTube, and no one watched them as expected. Like I wasn't doing it to get views.
Yep.
But then for some reason I filmed one of the I say overgrown now, but like I look back on it and it's virtually a maintenance mow for me now. And people started watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay, people like watching these cleanups, and then because you're chasing these worse and worse ones every week, you end up doing them for free because you're looking for them, and so it's a win-win. Someone gets a free cleanup, I get a video, and a lot of hard work. Yeah. And that's it just snowballed, and here we are today, talking to big people in the industry like yourself.
I wouldn't quite say that, man. I'm a grass cutter. I talk about grass. I've always wondered, have you ever had any interactions with anyone like that is you haven't put on camera? Like it's been a bit too like intense?
Nothing like no like threats of violence or anything like that. Yeah. I did have someone. They contacted me, asked me to come and clean up, and I just thought it was a bit of a value add. There were a lot of big overgrown bushes in the front yard, and I'm like, I had a arborist that said, if you ever want to do something, let me know. So I got them to come out and pruned all those back, nicely, and they shredded them up, took them away, and then the guy came out and he's like, "Oh, Mum's not happy. Who got rid of the bushes?" No. I'm thinking, like, who do you think got rid of them? The guy that's been here for 3 days. That's me. But they weren't too happy about that for some reason. So I take a little bit of creative license when it's overgrown like that, and I'm just like, the people clearly aren't gardeners, so I just think if I can get it back into a clean, easy to maintain state, that's going to be the best solution. But sometimes that can bite me. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, it's interesting. How many yards do you reckon you've done since you started doing it? Would you know? Off the top of your head? No, I don't know specifically because I'd had to count the individual videos, but it'd be over 250 now. Just going off that. Well, I do them every week. Wow. And then I've been doing it for like 5 years or something now. Yeah. So, and I've done multiple. Some haven't ended up on camera as well. So yeah. Nice. There's a couple there. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. So when it comes to I'm very tired, especially working like night shift and everything. Like, I finished. How do you even fit it in? Like, well, because we do shift work, it works out. I do it on my in between days. Yep. I'm in between shifts now. I finished work this morning, and heard there were some toys to come and look at here, and that really wets my whistle. So 100%. Have a squeeze. Yeah. So you use. What do you find you're doing now with a lot of the equipment? Do you find you use a lot of battery gear, or are you still using a bit of mix of two-stroke and fuel? And how do you go about it? Like when doing? Look, I'll be honest. For the full overgrown stuff, for me the petrol stuff is still working, just because of the nature. Because some of the grass is like that. Yeah, exactly. It's not been maintained regularly. Obviously high output battery devices suck batteries, so you'd need a massive collection of them, and because I use lots of different brands, I would just need to have a van full of batteries. But I love the battery stuff for smaller stuff and maintenance. And some of the battery gear that I have been using now, some of the trimmers have surprised me lately, where it's sort of keeping up in terms of output with some of the more powerful petrol trimmers, which has been surprising. But then it's the run time for me is the bit more important, because I've already got so much on the go I've got a couple of people that work with me now as well, so I'm kind of managing them, managing a tripod, moving that around. Oh, the choice. I get that. It makes everything take twice as long as it is. So then if I'm having to stop, go grab batteries for high output items all the time. It's not ideal for me. It could absolutely work, but I just find for my setup and the way it is at the moment, for the overgrown stuff, petrol stuff, but at home, maintenance stuff and even stuff a little bit more, I'm generally using battery stuff, because the user experience, and that's the big thing for me. I mean, I think a lot of the brands talk about green and they push that angle and that. But for me, it's more about just the user experience.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Less vibrations, less noise. You're not having to pull start anything. It just you pull it and it goes. Like it's that's what I like about it.
That's cool.
So I like that stuff.
That's awesome. So they were talking before, and you've had some of the automower stuff, like the Husqvarna stuff, at home. Obviously, you probably don't use that on your lawn. Tim the Lawnmower Man channel. It's more for your turf and tools and your other side of your business you run too.
Yeah. So I've got an aspirational property to be like yours, or
to be like mine.
Well, I like the idea of having kind of like a golf hole with a green look.
Yeah.
Just and nice gardens around it with a golf hole feel. Yeah. But not the maintenance.
Not the maintenance, which is, I guess, where some of this stuff could technically tie in.
And I really have noticed, because just having acreage over the last 12 months.
Bro, seriously.
It's absolute. The robot mowers, I was living in a residential area with 450 square metre blocks. I'm like, oh.
Well, I was the same. When I was in my 300 square metres, I was like, what's the point? Like, for someone to say that too, I love mowing grass. So, it was a big, why would I want to get something like that? But as soon as I moved down an acreage and had property, and I was like,
I can even see for older style, like a quarter acre style block with a big open backyard. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. Like, I love seeing them out there. You just look out there and they're out working. And I'll be out there just having a beer watching them sometimes.
It's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know, it's relaxing. I get a similar sort of satisfaction from after I've mowed a lawn, just looking over it as watching them mow it. And because they mow so regularly, the finish is quite good, and it just looks tidy all the time.
It does.
Most acreage properties in my area, they wait till it needs to be cut, then they scalp it and it looks crap.
It looks nasty.
Yeah. Whereas this, it just makes it look pristine. Well, not pristine, but you can even make weedy, scrubby looking grass just look tidy. And
100%.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Good. So do you reckon you got a bit of OCD then?
Yeah, I do, but because of what I do, I've had to kind of peel back a bit off it. Because
I'm the same. That's funny.
Especially these overgrown ones. Like I spend, as it is, just because of my personality, way too much time.
The fine detail.
And now that I've hired people to come and help me as well, I can't afford to fuss over it.
It's too much time, eh?
And I mean, my result is no worse.
Yeah.
It's just I don't get that little satisfaction.
I get that exactly, and
I mean, we're comparing very different things. Your finish is extremely manicured, and
I know, but
mine's
still
more about just getting it tidy and contained.
But when I worked on the golf course and we had areas that we didn't maintain, because we were on the country golf course, we had 3 staff, 4 staff, do you know what I mean? We'd have paddocks out the back we had to do, and like it would irritate me to no end seeing the grass that long. But as soon as you cut it, the satisfaction of getting it squished down to that height. But I always just wonder if you had a little bit of OCD with the...
Yeah, well, I mean, I always manicured my home lawns, and when I started mowing lawns, I just wanted to do weekly, fortnightly mows of manicured grass.
Cool, man.
Not to your extent, but then.
Oh, but still,
like I was afraid of the sorts of cleanups that I do now. I would avoid them like the plague. And now, I'm like, give me more.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a different sort of satisfaction because it's a lot more dirty. You've got to take different things out of it.
Yeah, 100%.
Satisfaction-wise,
But
revealing
a big reward.
A path that you didn't know was there.
I love those videos.
Yeah, but you look around and the grass is all brown and everything, and you see dirt and everything, but you're just like, okay.
It's the end result, though, even though it doesn't look as pristine and stuff. Like, in the end, it comes down to what it looks like.
Restoring a little bit of order.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's about all we're going to have time to chat about, man, but where can we find you on socials? And
everywhere, Tim the Lawnmower Man. Or Turf and Tools.
Awesome, mate. Thanks for catching up.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Thank you.